Good morning from the Disney Destiny. Today, we are going to meet the safety officer to talk about the procedures that happen when there's an actual emergency. And so it should be very interesting to see what they tell us because in the event of an actual emergency, how do they get the person down from whatever floor they're on? How do they, who comes and gets us? Where do we go? All of this should be very interesting to see.
Hello, and greetings from Deck 5 here on the Disney Destiny. It's a little loud here, but hopefully you can hear us.
Yes.
And we just had a fantastic meeting with an officer from the Disney Destiny, the safety officer.
Yes.
We're going to talk a little, and we are going to do a full video just about the meeting with her, but you want to give some highlights?
Highlights are that Disney practices and trains a lot.
When you go through the muster drill, which will do on every sailing,
Yep.
they have a line that says, if you are in a mobility device, there will be additional assistance to help you. That's
Yeah.
basically all they say.
Yeah.
And the process for the muster drill involves using the elevator to go down to your muster station, and then they will have a designated area for you to wait in during the muster drill.
Right.
And then they will often let you go a tad early so that you don't have to fight for the elevator.
Right.
Which all things that we appreciate. But they don't go into detail about what would happen during a real
general emergency
when you
law.
can't use the elevators. And so we got
very detailed
explanations of what would happen.
Right.
And so let me ask you, as a wheelchair user who has cruised, I think 30-ish times.
Yes.
How do you feel now about your onboard safety, and has that changed than before?
I feel much more comfortable now knowing that there's stuff in place that behind the scenes that I may not notice or know that they will be able to help me out.
Yeah, I would say the same, right? I often think about what would happen in an emergency, and that's one of those things where like you get these intrusive thoughts and then you try to put them away because you don't want to like stress about things that will hopefully never happen. But at the same time, now knowing their process in detail and knowing that they practice it so frequently makes me feel a lot better.
Right.
And now when I see the lifeboats, I don't feel a sense of anxiety. I feel much better about knowing that it's going to be fine. She gave us a half an hour of her time and wasn't rushing. I mean, I did see her check the time, right? Like she's got work to do. But she gave us 30 minutes of uninterrupted time to talk through, and she brought up scenarios that I didn't think about. I asked her, is there anything else that you want people to know? And she's basically said, we've got you, right? Like, I mean, she said it in different ways, but she basically was like, we practice for every kind of situation. And if there are situations that we haven't come up with that guests tell us, like, well, what about this? They will then add it to their protocol. And that happens, right? And so they will, they are very willing to add new situations to their protocol if guests bring it to them and say, hey, we're concerned about this. And they were very, not only open to guest feedback, but appreciative of guest feedback. So that was just really special. And I really appreciated our time with her. But now we need to go get ready for Palo, because this is not Palo prior. And so we're going to go to Palo for brunch, and we will take you along. It's a couple feet.
Check out this gorgeous view. Also, the sea looks pretty good too. So we are at Palo Steakhouse for brunch, and it's very nice up here. We're on the back half of the ship, the aft, deck 12, and so the view outside is great.
So I'm excited to try it. At first, on the way here, my stomach started acting like it wasn't going to cooperate, but it has calmed down. So we're hoping it holds out.
We're really excited about brunch today.
I'm happy to have.
Thank you.
Palo is one of the two specialty restaurants on board, the other one being Enchante. The Palo Steakhouse is found on the Triton class ship, so the Wish, the Destiny, and the Treasure. And there's just more of a steakhouse vibe than the original Palos. For the brunch, it's the same.
They start you with drinks, and I got their iced tea, which is served with ice cubes made from iced tea so that it never tastes watered down, which is very cool. I also got the non-alcoholic Cipriani Bellini, which was really good. Aadam just wanted lemonade. They also have a pretty extensive bread service, and their gluten-free option is a pesto pita bread, which is pretty good.
He brought me 2 poached eggs, one with asparagus, and one by smoked salmon, which I love smoked salmon.
And I got the 3-cheese omelet. It sounds simple, but it was really fluffy and really good. Next, we shared a gluten-free pizza and got 1/2 goat cheese and sun-dried tomato, and the other half was from the secret menu. It has grapes, gorgonzola, and I was dying to try this, and it was really good. Then came the soups, and we got one of each. Tomato for me, and the celery soup without the Italian sausage for Aadam. They were fine. For our entrees, I got the Parmesan chicken breasts, which they modified to be gluten-free, and Aadam ordered the sirloin, which they happily pre-sliced in the back to make it easier for him.
All you can care to enjoy and eat, it's good to a certain point. Because at a certain point, you're like, I'm done, I can't eat anymore. And they're like, all right, I've been eating this, what about taste? You're like, no, I'm done, please stop.
Yeah.
So, but yes, but we had fun, we really enjoyed it.
Then for the rest of the day, Aadam and I took turns not feeling well. We went up to a Cove Cafe after Palo just to be somewhere else. And
she said, I was like, just like, hit a wall or something.
Yeah. So we got there, placed an order, and then Aadam just started looking like he was like, I was like, you can't fall asleep. And like at first I was kidding. And then I was like, you don't seem okay. And he was like, I need to go back to the room. So I was like, all right, let's do that. So we went back to the room and we chilled for a bit. And then Aadam was feeling better. And then I started feeling sick.
Hey, Aadam.
Hi.
I'm not feeling well.
Aww.
So, remember when asked me to tell you if there's anything that you could do to help me feel better?
Yes.
Okay. I need you in 5 minutes, without asking a whole lot of questions, to leave the room and go to the Grand Hall.
Okay.
And film yourself on your way there.
Okay.
Will you do that for me?
Yeah. So Brooke has me going to the Grand Hall now. He hasn't told me why I gotta go to the Grand Hall, but I just need to. And so I'm gonna go to the Grand Hall right now. And so to see, more than likely, it's one of those situations where all the guys dress up in the same outfit, and none of them know that they're all wearing the same outfit. But yeah, so I'm going to see what it is. Yep, it's up. Somebody's behind me.
You do?
So it looks like Mike set me up. So we have a couple other people. Looks like we're almost all here.
Everyone that's got these shirts? Yeah, that's the whole bunch. This is planned? This was planned?
Yeah, this was a setup. This is a fun thing. This is cool to see all of the guys, or multiple guys, dressed up in the same shirt. Not that I'm bad about getting it or wearing it. It's just one of those things that people do to have group fun. It's group fun. So yeah, just be aware that if you ever go on a cruise and your spouse gets you a shirt, be thankful that they're looking out for you. Make sure you get the good outfits on. But also in the back of your mind, be aware that you may be being set up for a group photo.
So do we love our women?
Thank you.
So we are heading to dinner at Pridelands now. And it'll be interesting to see. So today, I wasn't feeling well before Palo. And then after Palo, I wasn't feeling well again. And then I really, really wasn't feeling good. And I honestly don't think it was from Palo. I think it just, the timing was aligned with Palo, because there's no reason, nothing I got should have caused me a reaction. And I really don't think that there were, hidden ingredients and things. So I think it was just a timing situation. Probably too many milk lattes, if I'm being honest. Now, I'm feeling, hello, sir. I'm good, how are you? I'm honored to see you, sir.
It's all my honor.
Wonderful. Wonderful. I did not get that on camera, and that sucks. I just was hanging out with T'Challa. That's all. Like, wow. But honestly, I sort of froze. I am my giant age, and I froze when I saw T'Challa. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, that was cool. That was actually really cool. Like, I'm sorry. That was okay. And now here's Loki, which doesn't excite me quite as much as T'Challa, but he's there. So while I was sick, I watched Lion King 2, because I don't think I've actually seen it. And now I can say I watched half of it, because honestly, I got bored. I'm not gonna lie. It did not hold my attention. But I didn't, so I'm told that some of the songs are from Lion King 2 in the Pridelands, which was where I'm going now. And if they are, I didn't really recognize any. But also, it wasn't terribly memorable. It's not my favorite sequel, but that's okay. The original Lion King is fantastic, and these singers are fantastic, and they could sing the phone book, and it would be fine. So
I'm gonna order the hummus, black pea hummus, or black eyed pea hummus. Then I'm gonna order the mushroom and lentil bow ties or bubble ties, something like that. I forgot exactly.
Bodhi?
Bodhi?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Bow tie. Close. So I ordered 2 appetizers because I was hungrier yesterday than I am today. So, but I will probably share one of them with Aadam because it's delicious. And Aadam ordered all food that I can't eat today, which is fine. I don't remember what I ordered for my aunt. Oh, yes, I do. Corvina, which somehow involves oxtails. Don't fully understand, but we're going with it. So that is what we're doing tonight. Tonight was the optional dress-up night, and I was originally planning on staying in my blue dress. But after I got sick and all, I wasn't able to put the dress back on. So I am in sweatpants. But technically, I still sort of match color-wise. So, color is in there. So, we're going with that.
Today was a very fun day.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What are your favorite parts of the day?
Being set up where several males were all encouraged to wear the same outfit, unbeknownst to them.
Yeah.
And so that was a very fun little thing. Because I knew about it, I heard about having the other people, but I didn't expect myself to be a participant / victim. But it was fun. It was fun. You met about 20 other guys, and so all of us didn't know. So, yeah, that was fun. Also speaking to the safety officer, that was also interesting today too. Yeah.
And yeah, so this was.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Thank you.
How was your day?
It was good.
You had a wonderful day.
Yes.
I got different things last time. I got this black eyed peas hummus, which was, I didn't like it.
Okay.
Unfortunately, both my dishes I didn't like. I got the mushroom and lentil bobotie. Also didn't really like either.
Yeah, so I got the red pepper soup, which was really good. Like it was kind of like tomato soup, but not with the red pepper flavor. So it had like more of that like earthiness, and it was really good. And then I also got the corvina, which they do on a bed of mashed potatoes, and then on top of the mashed potatoes is like oxtail and like an oxtail gravy, and so and I was like oxtail and fish, but it was quite good. It was quite good. And now we're back in the room.
Yes, it has been a eventful morning,
Day.
evening, and night.
Fair enough.
So we started off this morning with room service.
We got room service breakfast this morning, and a very light room service breakfast. Like I got a gluten-free muffin and coffee, and Aadam got some pastries and coffee because we were going to Palo, and so we didn't feel like we needed a whole thing, but at the same time, we wanted to have something because we had our meeting with the safety officer this morning, and
Francesca from Italy.
and so we wanted to make sure that we were alert and ready for that. I'm still like getting over that happened. Like that was just
That was a lot. It was a lot in terms of like information bomb.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of useful, great information about what Disney does and how they do stuff, and it was very, very, very informative.
Yeah.
Very informative.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll be able to bring you all that information soon.
Absolutely. I already started drafting that, like sort of organizing the information so that I can, put it together in a way that makes sense. So we'll be shooting that probably in the next day or two, just to have it in the can.
Right.
And then we came back, got ready for Palo. Y'all saw that. And Palo was just delicious. Like, I think it was one of the best experiences I've had at Palo. Definitely, top 5. And the reason I say top 5 is because there was that one cruise that we went 4 times and they were all amazing. So it's like that cluster of 4 that are all tied for 1, and then this one.
So Palo and Palo Steakhouse, what's the difference between really two, really?
So the original Palos have a few more pasta things, I feel like, and the Steakhouse has more steakhouse options. There's the like they have the Wagyu and things like that. There's also I think it's Palo Trattoria. I don't know how to say that word. On the Asian.
Adventure?
Yes, on the Disney Adventure. Okay. So yet a third iteration of Palo-ness. Then for the rest of the day, Aadam and I took turns not feeling well. And like I said earlier, I really don't think it was from Palo because my stomach I was having like mini stomach spasms before we went to Palo. And then they calmed down and I was like, all right, hopefully it's going to be fine. And then they started again at later. So I don't think Palo caused it. I truly don't. So I wasn't feeling well for a while, and which meant that I missed a thing, which was the little prank that we played on the spouses in the matching shirts.
Yes. So I've seen it on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, or little reels and all that, where a group of husbands are all encouraged to wear the same shirt unbeknownst to them. So, Brooke was like, she said she wasn't feeling well. She's like, yeah, you should go to the Grand Hall and hang out. I'm looking on a Navigator app, and I don't see anything on the Navigator app other than Donald Duck. I'm like, oh, I like Donald Duck, but I'm not gonna go and hang out with Donald Duck. But I said, all right, I'll go.
I always join the Facebook group or groups for our sailings. It's almost always a Facebook group. Right. Some of them will have a lot of rules. Right. And some of them will be very whatever goes. Right. And sometimes it will seem as though maybe there was a rift in the Facebook group community because there will be 2. And one will be very locked down with lots of rules, and you have to get permission to, every post is moderated before it's posted and all this sort of thing. And the other one will be loosey-goosey and doing whatever it wants to do. And it's like, oh, okay, so somebody didn't like the rules, and so they made their own group, that kind of thing. On Disney in particular, one of the most popular things to do on the groups is the fish extender groups. So fish extenders, if you're not familiar, is a tradition on Disney Cruise Line where people hang these baskets, usually multi-layer baskets, on their door number. There's like a little thing outside that you can hook it on, and people will sign up for groups and they'll give gifts. Another will be like general information sharing. Sometimes it's just good to be in a group full of people who are going the same place as you and are tracking weather patterns and are doing all these sort of things so you can like stay on top of stuff. In this particular group, they put something cryptic like looking for some ladies who want to, something like a little prank for their partners or something like this. And I had a feeling it was the shirt thing. They created this like secret off group. We went back and forth. They voted on a couple different shirt options. And what she did was she looked for places that made like outfits for the family. So there was a dress, a kid's shirt, a smaller dress for a child, a men's style shirt. And so whatever your spouse was interested in, you could pick that, right? And then also if you wanted to make it a family affair and have everybody in your family also participate, you could do that as well. Right. And the winning one was this company in China, which I didn't realize the shirts were coming from China, and so I should have ordered it way earlier than I did, but whatever. It came the day before we left, so huzzah. I didn't think the dress style would look good on me, so I just got him the shirt, and I ordered that blue dress that I wore to Palo because I wanted to my plan had been for us to go and get a bunch of pictures around the ship. That did not pan out because I started feeling sick. There can be a lot of value in joining those groups ahead of time.
Because you never know what's going to pop up with these little type of problems, ideas, and things like that always happen. Because if you join them, like fun activities, things that are outside of the normal navigator stuff, you have these other things that people can join and get-togethers and meets and greets, I think. Yeah,
it's worth it for the groups. So we did. So he went to his little prank, and and followed my instructions.
But when I asked her about the shirt, she did not. She said that it was for Palo, but didn't really answer my question if it was for the prank or not.
Yeah, because so I told him I was getting him a shirt for the trip that was like a Hawaiian style shirt with Mickey on it that I thought he would really like. And he was like, is this going to be one of those situations where they have everybody show up in the same shirt and da-da-da? And at that point, I kind of turned my head away from him, and I was like, because I had made a face and he was doing something, so I could do it without him realizing that I turned away from him. And I was like, what would make you ask that? And he's like, I don't know. I just saw it on Facebook sometime. And I was like, that was a random question. And then I just kept on moving. And it just so happened that the timing timed out with our Palo day. So I was like, okay, this is perfect. This will be the outfit we were for Palo. I'd been wanting to get some nice pictures of us together. At least we got the one that we took ourselves in Palo. So there's that. We did not get ship pictures, but it's okay. Then we went to dinner at Pridelands, and we had more yummy food. And then for dessert, we told Aadam wasn't feeling well again because, like I said, we keep taking turns. And they were like, oh, we can send your dessert up to your room. And because I was like, can I just take it? Can I take it with the containers, right? And he was like, oh, wait, let me go check. And I was like, yeah, no, I think we're allowed to do that. But okay, check. He's like, yeah, no, we'll send it up. And I was like, oh, okay. And then he shows up at our room, which was I'm very appreciative of it. But I also found it funny that as I was thinking, I was like, this is weird. You're not supposed to see where we live. It was just, it was very strange. You don't belong here. We see you downstairs. The room steward's up here. You're not here. My brain just kind of did a weird, wait, you're not supposed to be here. I mean, it was fine, but yeah. So, but I was surprised that he brought it up himself. But you know, he's definitely been like working for it. Like he's trying to make a good impression, and so yeah, I appreciate him. He's doing a great job. So at this point, what I'm thinking is that we're probably just gonna, like tomorrow is Bahamas, which is just going to be a sea day for us. Unless, are you going out?
I don't know. I'll probably decide later tonight or tomorrow morning.
We're probably just going to leave this here and then pick it up in the morning. But just in case we don't, we're hoping you're enjoying this video. If you do, please like, subscribe, and do all the things. And
about our choices. And,
for sure, yes, absolutely. And until next time,
stay strong.
get creative.
And keep exploring.
We'll see you in the next video.